finally happened, and Washington, D.C. will never be the same. President Trump took to Truth Social and posted possibly the longest endorsement statement of his entire political career, and it dropped an absolute bombshell on the Texas Republican Senate race. He called Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton, and I'm quoting here, a true MAGA warrior, an America First patriot, and someone who's always been extremely loyal to me and our amazing MAGA movement. And he said, quote, Ken Paxton has my complete and total endorsement to be the next United States Senator from the great state of Texas. Ken Paxton will never, ever let you down. Now, listen to what Trump specifically cited as his reasons for his decision. It wasn't just personality. It wasn't just loyalty. He named two specific policy failures on the part of establishment Senate Republicans, of which John Cornyn is a part. The Save America Act, Trump's number one legislative priority, which would mandate proof of citizenship to vote, and which polls, by the way, at 87% support even among Democrats, and the Senate filibuster, which John Thune has repeatedly refused to nuke in order to push Trump's agenda through. In other words, Trump just endorsed against a sitting incumbent senator because Thune and the GOP establishment could not deliver on the most basic items of the MAGA agenda. Make no mistake, this endorsement was retribution against that. Paxton himself played it perfectly. Remember, he offered to drop out of the Senate primary some months back if Cornyn agreed to nuke the filibuster and pass the Save America Act. Now, Cornyn kind of limp-wristedly tried. I don't think he did his best, but he did finally flip on getting rid of the filibuster in order to pass the SAVE Act, but his fellow Rhino Republicans refused. And so in failing to pass either of those legislative priorities, Trump just absolutely gut-punched the Rhino establishment and endorsed an incumbent senator's primary challenger. And the betting markets captured the moment instantly. Before the endorsement, Ken Paxton was sitting at roughly about 48% odds on prediction markets. Within hours of Trump's Truth Social post, Paxton shot up to nearly 100%. Cornyn collapsed to single digits. That's not a campaign shift. That's total annihilation. One endorsement, one post, done. Senate Leader John Thune looked visibly shaken after hearing the news of the bombshell endorsement. The National Republican Senatorial Committee, the very machine Thune controls, poured millions of dollars into Cornyn's campaign to prop up one of their own establishment senators in a Republican primary. And reports are now coming in that Thune is, quote, actually the word is severely upset. He's very disappointed. He was apparently caught completely off guard by the endorsement. And in his response to reporters, I mean, you could hear the barely concealed, rage as he had to admit that he literally had no control over the party, and he certainly had no control over President Trump.